Have you ever looked at a Capricorn and wondered, what are they really hiding behind that calm, unshakable face? Because with Capricorn, nothing is ever as simple as it looks. They walk into a room with quiet confidence, they speak with control, and they move through life like someone who never doubts themselves. But here's the truth most people never see. Capricorn carries two faces, and the one they show the world is only the surface of a much deeper story. One face is the strong, disciplined, unstoppable force everyone recognizes, but the other? It's the part of them they guard like a secret vault. So the real question is this: why does Capricorn feel the need to wear a mask at all? And what would happen if, just for a moment, they finally let someone see what's underneath? Today, we're going to uncover what Capricorn hides from the world and why.
When the world looks at a Capricorn, they often see a figure carved from stone. Strong, composed, almost impossible to shake. This is the first face of Capricorn, the Stoic Warrior. It's the identity they show to the public, the version of themselves they've trained for years, sometimes decades, to perfect. To them, vulnerability is a luxury, and emotions are something they allow only when no one is watching. Capricorn's public persona is built on discipline. They believe that if they don't stay strong, everything around them will collapse. So they become the person who always shows up on time, keeps their promises, and carries responsibilities that others avoid. They walk into a room quietly, but with an unmistakable presence, one that says, "You can rely on me." People trust them not because they're loud or flashy, but because they radiate stability. But this stoic exterior doesn't come from emptiness. It's born from experience. Many Capricorns grow up too fast, learning early that effort is the only thing they can control. They develop thick emotional armor to survive environments where being soft or expressive is seen as a weakness. By adulthood, that armor is no longer just protection. It has become a part of their identity. In American culture, where self-reliance and independence are highly valued, Capricorn fits perfectly into the archetype of the dependable, hard-working individual. They often become leaders, managers, or the rock of their family. And while people admire them for their strength, they rarely notice the cost of maintaining it. They don't realize that behind every Capricorn who seems unshakable is someone who has held themselves together through storms no one else saw.
On the outside, Capricorn is calm, even when stressed. They don't panic, don't complain, and don't ask for help. To them, emotions are like a private language, only spoken in safe places, and those safe places are rare. Their humor tends to be dry, their reactions controlled, and their words measured. They think before they speak and act with intention because they believe every step has consequences. Yet the Stoic Warrior isn't emotionless, they're simply selective. They love deeply, care fiercely, and protect the people they value. But instead of showing affection through words or displays, they show it through action, staying up late to help someone, silently fixing problems, or working hard so others don't have to. This first face of Capricorn is admirable, powerful, and inspiring, but it is only half the story. Behind this disciplined armor lies a second, secret face, one that almost no one gets to see. If the public sees Capricorn as a fortress, then behind those walls lies something completely unexpected, a deeply sensitive, emotional soul they almost never reveal. This second face is softer, more fragile, and far more human than anyone imagines. It is the part of Capricorn that feels everything intensely, but only in silence. While Capricorn appears strong and unaffected on the outside, inside they are constantly absorbing, analyzing, and carrying emotional weight. They notice the tone in your voice, the shift in your energy, and the meaning behind the things you don't say. Their intuition is sharp, but they rarely admit it. They don't want anyone to know how much they feel, because to them, vulnerability is dangerous. Capricorns protect their emotions the way a dragon guards its treasure,
Not out of greed, but out of fear it will be stolen or destroyed. Many have been judged, misunderstood, or taken advantage of for caring too much in the past. So instead of showing their heart openly, they hide it behind logic, work, and perfectionism. It's easier to look unbothered than to explain the storm brewing inside. This hidden sensitivity shows up in quiet ways. A Capricorn may replay conversations in their mind for hours, worrying whether they said something wrong. They may overthink a short text message or assume someone is upset, even when everything is fine. They care deeply about what the people they love think of them, even if they act like they don't. And when they get hurt, they retreat. They don't explode, don't confront, and don't cry in front of anyone. They simply withdraw into themselves, where they can feel without being seen. In American emotional culture, where people are encouraged to open up and share their feelings, Capricorn often feels out of place. They're not cold. They just express love and pain in quieter, more internal ways. They may write their emotions in private journals, cry only in the shower, or stay up at night thinking about things they would never say aloud. Their heart is delicate, but they treat it like a secret mission. Keep it hidden, keep it safe. And yet, this sensitivity is also what gives Capricorn a surprising depth. It makes them empathetic, loyal, and compassionate. They may not show affection constantly, but when they love with every part of themselves. They want to protect the people they care about, sometimes more than they protect their own emotional well-being. This hidden face is the true core of Capricorn, the part that feels, dreams, worries, and loves. But because they fear judgment or rejection, they show it only to a chosen few. And if you're one of the rare people who ever gets to see this sensitive soul, you hold something incredibly precious. Capricorn's unfiltered, unguarded heart. Capricorn doesn't wear a mask because they enjoy pretending. They wear it because life taught them, sometimes harshly, that strength is safer than softness. Behind every controlled expression and every carefully measured step, there is a history of moments where vulnerability cost them something: trust, dignity, or emotional safety. So they learned early that the world rewards resilience, not raw emotion. One of the biggest reasons Capricorn hides their true feelings is fear of losing control. To them, emotions can feel overwhelming, unpredictable, like a flood that could sweep away everything they've worked so hard to build. Capricorns are builders by nature. They need structure, stability, and certainty. So when they feel too much, they instinctively shut down, compartmentalize, or bury those emotions deep enough that no one can reach them. Another reason for the mask is pressure, internal and external. Capricorn often grows up in environments where they're expected to be the responsible one, the mature one, the problem solver. Even as adults, this expectation never fully disappears. People lean on them, rely on them, trust them to be the strong one. And Capricorn, being who they are, doesn't want to disappoint anyone. They'd rather carry their own pain quietly than burden someone else. There's also a cultural element behind their mask. In American society, success is often associated with toughness, independence, and emotional discipline, qualities Capricorn already embodies. Admitting fear, sadness, or insecurity can feel like breaking the image they've spent years building. And for Capricorn, image isn't vanity, it's protection. But perhaps the most intimate reason Capricorn hides their softer face is simple. They love deeply. When they finally open their heart, it's all or nothing. That level of vulnerability feels dangerous, so they wait. They test people. They reveal themselves slowly, piece by piece, only when they feel absolutely safe. Capricorn's mask isn't deception. It's survival. It's the armor they forged to move through a world that isn't always kind to sensitive souls.
And underneath that mask lies a heart that's far more tender, loyal, and human than anyone ever expects.
There comes a rare moment in every Capricorn's life when the mask they've worn for so long finally cracks. It doesn't happen often, and it never happens by accident. The mask falls only when Capricorn feels completely safe, when trust has been earned slowly, patiently, through actions rather than words. And when it does, it is one of the most revealing, intimate moments you will ever witness. The first sign is subtle. Their voice softens. Their eyes linger a little longer. They stop pretending that everything is fine. Instead of brushing off their feelings with a joke or a calm excuse, they actually tell the truth. Yeah, that hurt me. This honesty is their version of emotional nakedness. Sometimes the mask falls in quiet late-night conversations, when the world is asleep and Capricorn finally feels like they don't have to be strong. Other times it happens in moments of overwhelming stress, when the weight they've been carrying becomes too heavy to hide. Their emotions spill out, not dramatically, but in a controlled, trembling release they've held back for far too long.
When Capricorn opens up, it's never halfway. They reveal childhood wounds, private fears, or the deep insecurities they hide behind competence and calmness. They show the gentle, vulnerable heart that beats beneath the armor, soft, loyal, and full of unspoken hopes. But here's the truth. If you ever see Capricorn's mask fall, consider it a privilege. It means they trust you more than they trust most of the world. And once that door opens, even slightly, you're seeing the real Capricorn, the one they protect with everything they have. At the end of the day, Capricorn is not defined by their mask, nor by their hidden emotions. They are defined by the balance of both. Their strength is real, but so is their sensitivity. Their discipline is admirable, but so is their quiet, unwavering heart. And the world needs both sides of them. If you have a Capricorn in your life, remember this. They may not always say what they feel, but they feel deeply. They may not always ask for help, but they appreciate it more than you know. Give them patience. Give them safety. Give them a space where their mask doesn't have to exist. And if you are a Capricorn watching this, let this be your reminder. Your softness isn't a weakness. It's your humanity. You don't have to carry everything alone. There are people willing to understand you, protect your heart, and love you exactly as you are, masked or unmasked.